HTVRont came out with a whole new heat press just for phone cases. Just for phone cases. At first, I really didn't like the idea. Like, do we really need a whole another machine for something that we could already sublimate with our regular heat press? And if you're anything like me, your craft room is probably out of space anyway. But then I saw the results, and guys, the phone cases are stunning. The press can sublimate the entire phone case, even the sides. Not just the aluminum plate that we were able to sublimate before, leaving the sides plain. No, now we can sublimate the entire case edge to edge for a super clean professional look all in your craft room. And it doesn't just stop at phone cases. We're also able to sublimate buttons, coasters, a bunch of other blanks. So let's go ahead and unbox the new phone case heat press and to see if it's really worth making the space for it in your craft room to add to your small business. So here is the new phone case heat press in purple. It comes with sublimation film, the universal phone case fixture, the fixture to make buttons along with 3 buttons, plate that is going to be our guide, some gloves. I ended up getting the bundle that includes a few blanks. So we have 4 iPhone cases, 2 keychain blanks, 4 Android cases, another case fixture set, 2 ornament blanks, and then 2 of these sublimation blanks. And we have more sublimation film. Okay, so I'm gonna be using my Epson F170 for this video. And we are gonna go ahead and open our sublimation paper. So we have our sublimation paper, and we also have these little tabs. So if your printer is having trouble actually grabbing onto the paper, you can use these tabs to help it flow through, but we're gonna test it out without them. And the instructions here on number 4 do say print on the matte side. On here, you can kind of see like one side is shiny and one side is matte milky. So that's actually going to be the side that we are going to load downward. These feed in like so. This is the side that's going to be printing on, so we're going to have it face down. And just for the paper that we don't use, we do need to be super careful as to how we're going to store it. So on here, it does say, store the printed sublimation film in a sealed bag if not used immediately to prevent moisture. So we're just going to place these back in this bag, and we're going to make sure to seal them properly. Okay, moment of truth. I sent it to print. Let's see if our Epson F170 is actually going to pull the paper through. Ooh, okay, I can see it actually fitting through, so I think that this paper is actually going to work with our Epson F170. Yay! Okay, so here we have our design. Honestly, I can't even tell if the color's printed properly because it's a different type of paper. So let's go ahead and press it and hope for the best. So before we turn on the machine, let me show you what it looks like on the inside. The lower heat plate has an outline for where the phone case fixture and where the badge fixture will go. This is the badge fixture. On the front, it has all of these outlines for where you can place coasters and other items. Then when we flip it, on the back, it has inserts for where the button fixtures will be placed. We'll just place them there, that way they can actually stay in place. Okay, I'll remove this since we are going to be making a phone case. Here we have the universal phone case fixture set. Here we have the user manual, so it tells us what it includes, as well as the filler block combinations based on what model you have. Okay, so you can actually just hold these down like so, and then we can add our phone case so it'll fit right in, and these we just want to make sure go directly into the holes. Okay, perfect. Here we have the various lens pads. These pads go behind the case where the lens should be so that we don't get any ink on our phone case fixture. So that's how the various fixtures work. Let's go ahead and remove it and preheat our fixture so that we can actually start sublimating our phone case. So I'm going to put our case fixture here. Now we're going to preheat the phone case fixture. So let's go ahead and close the lid and let's turn on the machine. So let's go ahead and click the temperature button. It's right here. So the yellow light is the upper heat plate. So we are going to set this at 285. The red is for the bottom, and we're also setting that to 285. And then for the time, I'm setting, well, let's just keep it at 15. The preheat time is going to be 15 seconds. The actual press time, let's keep it at 300. So this right here is going to flash red until it's ready, then it will turn green. So let's just wait for that to heat up. While we wait for that, we can start taping our lens pad, and we are just going to add a piece of tape. Make sure your piece of tape does not cover the 2 vent holes so that it stays in place like this. I'm going to add another piece of tape on the side just to make sure it doesn't move. Okay, and you hear that beep? So this light has turned green, which means it's ready to go, but I'm actually gonna let this preheat for 5 minutes. After the machine has preheated for 5 minutes, we are going to grab our transfer sheet with the matte side up, and we are just going to place it on top of the lid so that we can make sure the ink is fully dried. We are all ready to start pressing our case, so I'm going to put on my gloves. And just a reminder that the HTVRont phone case does come with gloves and tape, but I just like using my own. So let's open this up. So here is my case. What we're going to do is we're going to come in, we're going to close up the actual case fixture, and just remember everything is hot, so please do not forget to use gloves. And then we're just going to add in our case. Perfect. And we are going to place our actual design, and we are going to place it matte side down like so. We're going to make sure it is straight on here, and then we can go ahead and close our lid. And then we'll press the start button so that our design can transfer. 3, 2, 1. So it's gonna beep once it's done. We're gonna open it up. And you actually want to remove the film as fast as possible. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, did I even get that properly? Sorry. Okay, so you have to do this. Okay, so you have to do this really fast because it comes off easier when it's hot. Sorry, let me put this down. I'm like, what do I do? I wasn't prepared for this. Okay, and here is the end result. Let's remove the case, and just remember that everything is really hot. Okay, here it is. Oh my goodness, tell me this does not look absolutely stunning. Sorry, my lights are on so you can see the little reflection, but guys, look. And the best part, all of these sides have our beautiful design. That is so good. That brings us to the end of this tutorial. I'm honestly so excited with this phone case heat press. I was a little hesitant at first, but after seeing the results, I just knew this heat press could have really good potential for my small business. If you've been wondering about whether this heat press is a good addition to your craft room and your small business, I hope this video helped. I'm so excited to start offering cases for my small business, and I just have so many ideas already. I'm so excited. If you've been thinking about trying this phone case heat press for your small business, or to just add into your craft room for fun crafting and fun gifts, I'll have a coupon linked in the description for you. If you have any questions on sublimation or on this phone case heat press, make sure to leave them in the comments. I'll be sharing more tutorials on how to use this phone case heat press to sublimate things like buttons, coasters, and a bunch of other items, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.